Hey guys, Brian here with We'll Spray Outdoors. We got something a little different for you today. You know you're dealing with a cool company when you approach them about a giveaway for a hatchet, Hardcore Hammers, and they say, yeah, we'd love to give one away, but first you got to split a 45-70 bullet on it. You know you're dealing with a cool company. They just want to test their stuff and see how it does. So very excited to bring that to you today. Before we get started though, if you want to help support the channel, don't forget to use our link below to sign up for Big Daddy Unlimited. They are revolutionizing the online gun store, really help us out. And also, don't forget to check out Mason Leather and Ranger Point Precision. Use code WOLF10 and you get 10% off your entire purchase there. With all that out of the way, let's get rocking and rolling. So this hatchet is the Hardcore Hammers Survivalist Hatchet. And this is my personal one. Absolutely love it, guys. I have used the full out of this thing. It keeps a great edge and just balance as well. They were carpenters initially, and they started making hammers. That's why it was called Hardcore Hammers. And they learned over the years doing carpentry what needed to be done to make something balance properly. And their hammers balance phenomenally well. We have a couple of those. And this, I keep wanting to call it a tomahawk, this hatchet balances like a hammer. It is just absolutely amazing. This is a survivalist version. It has a waffled head on the back. Works great for driving tent stakes, busting stuff up, whatever you need to do around camp, this will do it. Does great for splitting small firewood. Just all around a great hatchet. And I love the two-tone they do in the handle. You know, you've got that heartwood running through it. Just looks awesome. Really a good design, guys. And like I said, you know you're dealing with an awesome company when they say, yeah, we'll give one away, but you got to split a bullet with it first. So to be doing that, if you've been following the channel for long, you know about our Marlin 1895 hunting rig, and that's going to be linked right here. Well, this used to be the hunting rig, and it had a slight facelift, if you want to call it that. So I know I'm going to have a lot of questions about it. I'll do a video very soon going over all the details on this. We'll get out and do some shooting with it, have some fun. But just know this used to be the 1895 hunting rig, and like I said, it had a bit of a facelift. The optic we're using for this test is the Primary Arms Platinum version 1-8x24. I chose this because, as you'll see here, the reticle has a chevron for its center point, so you have basically a finite point to aim with. And that finite point, I think, is far more precise than a dot, which I really love. That's why I chose this optic. I think it's a great option. And I'm shooting at a paper-thin edge. And that's also one thing to keep in mind. When I do this test, these things are extremely sharp. So, I mean, it'll shave the hair right off your arm without even thinking. So, I've got a feeling when I hit it with this 405 grain round that we're going to talk about in a minute, I got a feeling we're going to see some damage. I know the steel on this is amazing, but I got a feeling that edge is going to take some abuse. There's just, you know, if it was more blunt, I think it would hold up to it a lot better, but that fine edge I think is going to take some abuse. But like I said, that fine edge and the chevron reticle really make a great combination, because when you've got that triangle coming to a point, I can line the top of that triangle up with the edge of that blade, and better opportunity to get a first round hit. You're going to be wondering what distance I'm doing this at. I'm not going out there to show you that I'm the world's best marksman. I'm using a 45-70. These are not known for extreme accuracy. You're lucky to get a 1-inch to 2-inch group out of most ammo. So I'm going to be doing this at 10 yards. I think that that is plenty good. You know, this is about testing the steel of this. This isn't testing my marksmanship. So I'm going to do it at 10 yards. I want to make sure I hit it. I don't want to hit the handle or hit the side and just obliterate this thing and then give it away and it's broken. So 10 yards. Our ammo is going to be ammo from Steinel Ammunition, phenomenal ammo company out of Ohio. Andy is a great guy. I've been using his ammo for years, well before I started the channel. And this is a 405 grain trapdoor load, and it's running about 1,300 feet per second. Really good ammo. And like I said, this is a trapdoor load, so you could shoot it in a trapdoor rifle. Reason I'm going with a trapdoor load is, one, I want to hopefully catch something on slow motion. The fastest we can go is 240 frames a second. We don't have a high-speed camera, so maybe we'll get something, maybe we won't. But also, you know, I don't want to run hard cast or something like that that is going to obliterate this thing, because it would do just that. Hard cast ammo is going to destroy it. This is a bit softer lead, should do a pretty good job. And guys, if you haven't tried Steinel Ammunition, definitely check them out. makes some great rounds, some old military rounds. A lot of your big bore stuff like 45, 70, 500 Smith & Wesson, 460, I think. Just a lot of different ammo. Really good stuff. And everything's been extremely consistent. Uses high quality components, and just, I can't say enough about him. Great ammo. We'll be doing more with his stuff in the future. We've also done some ammo tests in the past. Check out our hunting ballistics series, and you'll see some of his ammo put to use. Really good stuff. One thing to note, it is getting close to dark, so I don't have the best light to do this by. It's going to be hard to see the edge of this hatchet. We'll see what happens. Oh, and here's the rig we threw together to do this. It's a simple 2x4, some stainless steel screwdriver, worm drive, pipe clamps, and I cut a notch in the top of the 2x4 to rest the head of the hatchet in, just to help square it up a little bit. And then I put some foam padding where the straps are going so we don't destroy the handle by cinching it down as tight as we are. The base for this is a TA Targets round base. Those bases are hands down some of the best out there. I love them because you've got option for a single 2x4 like we're doing here to run steel or something like this, or you can run your two 1x2s for paper, cardboard targets, anything like that. Really solid bases. I haven't had a problem with them tipping over. They work extremely well. So let's get out to the range before it gets dark and put this thing to work. Okay guys, we're about to get started shooting. Just wanted to show you one thing we're doing real quick. It's kind of dark out here, so to make it easier for me to see what I'm aiming at, we have put a nice piece of blue painter's tape on the edge of the axe, and it makes it where I can see that edge nice and crisp through the scope. First and foremost, eyes and ears. Got to have protection when you're doing this stuff. I'm in this lovely South Carolina humidity, so my glasses are already starting to fog up. We got our Steinle ammunition, and we've got our Hardcore Hammers Hatchet down on the other end. Let's see what happens. And I got to clean these glasses because they're fogging up already where I can't see anything. Makes this kind of difficult when it's getting dark, but hopefully you guys get a nice muzzle flash out of this. Well, I think we got 2 holes. Let's go check that out. Well guys, we got 2 holes. Let's look at them. Hole number 1 right here, and hole number 2 is right over here. And as far as the edge goes, it did take a little bit of a lick. As you can see, there's a little bit of a jagged edge there. It's kind of serrated now, but overall I think it held up pretty well. I mean, when you got something moving 1,300 feet per second at you, things are going to happen. Now, let's see if we can find some of that lead. Judging on how the barrel containers look, this hole here, it's down there in the woods somewhere. But judging how these look, I do believe we captured some lead, because that's full, that's full, that's full, that's full, but that one jingles. Let's see what we got. So, there is a chunk of that bullet. How about that? This was one heck of a round. 45-70, 405 grain Steinle ammunition, moving about 1,300 feet per second. Is no joke. Definitely a formidable round. And whichever one of you guys wins this hatchet, I'll send the chunk of lead we pulled out along with it. Well guys, we decided to come back in. It was getting pretty dark, so we'll talk it over in here. And as you saw, it did take some abuse. What do you expect? You're hitting a fine edge that will make fine curls for bushcraft with a giant chunk of lead moving at about 1,300 feet per second. Something's going to happen, something's going to give. And I'm really surprised how little damage actually happened considering what hit this edge. And like I said guys, we will include the chunk of lead when we send this out, as well as the brass case it was fired from, in case you guys want that. Really, I'm overwhelmed with how that test went. I'm really excited to actually hit the blade or hit the edge and not the handle or something else. It was getting really dark, very hard to see. I think the chevron in that optic really helped me get a very precise shot, and putting the tape on there like we did gave me a little bit of a hint of, hey, here's where you need to be aiming. Definitely helped out. But that's all there is to it, guys. Hardcore Hammers makes some phenomenal stuff. Really solid built. If you haven't tried them out, definitely go check out their stuff. This is a Hardcore Hammers axe back here. They make some amazing stuff. That's their Raptor axe, and it splits wood like a dream. It's a joy to use. Really like this. It's super well balanced as well. They do a really good job with their stuff. I can't brag on them enough. And we really appreciate them being a part of this and saying, hey, we trust our stuff enough for you to go shoot it. And like I said, that's amazing how little happened hitting it with that giant chunk of lead. I'm really excited by that. Well guys, that's about all there is to it. If you want to win this hatchet, head down to the link in our description for the Instagram post talking about this hatchet. And all you need to do there is follow Hardcore Hammers, Steinel Ammunition, and Wolf's Prairie Outdoors. Tag 2 of your buddies in the comments, and we will pick one of you guys at random a week after this video is posted. That's all there is to it, guys. If you like what you see, give us a big thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button. Check us out on Instagram and Facebook. Have a good one, guys.